Oh, I don't do this a lot. Usually ask my wife to do all the decorating. Here we go. Look at how moist that is. Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, In the Kitchen with Rob. I'm Rob, and today I'll show you how to make the chocolatiest, moistest chocolate buttermilk cupcakes you're ever gonna eat. So stick around and let's get started. I've been on the hunt most of my life to find the chocolatiest, richest chocolate cake recipe on the planet. Let me tell you a little story about that. When I was younger, a friend of mine's girlfriend would always bring over this amazing chocolate cake for events, for parties, for family holidays. And I would always ask her, hey, what's that recipe? And he dated her for a few years and we were friends. She just wouldn't share it. This was a family secret recipe from her grandmother's mother. Guess that's her great grandmother, right? And no matter what I tried, she would never give that recipe to me or to anyone. And so I always was like, dang it, I need that recipe. From that moment, I went on the task of making, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 different chocolate cake recipes, and not just once or twice, but many times each. Some were moist, but I didn't like the crumb. The crumb was too fine. Some were not moist, but everything else was great. So you had to eat it that day, or you had to do some sort of soak to make it stay moist. So imagine my surprise when I finally found this recipe and I made it. And not only is it my favorite chocolate cake recipe or chocolate cake that I've ever had, it also is the moistest, and it stays moist for almost a week. Need I say more? I mean, the other thing, guys, I finally found it. It's so easy to make, and it's versatile. You can make it into a bundt cake. You can make it into a layer cake. And today we're gonna make it into cupcakes. Once you see this recipe and you make it, you will realize the task is done. You don't have to find another chocolate cake recipe in your lifetime. With that, let's get baking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, before we do anything, let's fill our cupcake pans with cupcake liners. That's it. All right, let's mix our dry ingredients. In our medium bowl, we're gonna add 2 cups granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. I like to use Hershey's dark cocoa. I'm gonna take a spoon. It's the cleanest way I've found to do this. You want 3/4 cup of dark cocoa. This is Hershey's Special Dark. 2 teaspoons baking soda. 1 teaspoon baking powder. Boom! 1 teaspoon salt. We're gonna whisk this all together gently. We don't wanna shoot cocoa all over the room like I did a second ago. I'm gonna get that sugar in there. One great thing about cocoa is that when you make a cake with cocoa, so it kind of makes a more tender crumb. All right, we've got our dry ingredients. Let's measure out our wet ingredients. 1 cup buttermilk, room temperature. Now this is actually not fully at room temperature, so I want to show you something. This recipe calls for 1 cup strong brewed coffee. I just brewed this, so the hotness of the brew is going to make the buttermilk warmer, closer to room temperature. Let's pour that in there. 1 cup of this, 1/2 cup canola oil, and okay, let's say you forgot to bring your eggs out to room temperature. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna wait an hour or two for them to get to room temperature? No. Grab a bowl, make sure your tap is running hot water, put your 2 eggs in the bowl, fill that up with the hot tap water, set that aside. Wait a couple minutes, come back, you got room temperature eggs. Boom! Those 2 eggs that we soaked earlier. Oh, I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons vanilla. Whoops. More flavor is better flavor. That's what I always say. I don't always say it. I say it sometimes. No, it's actually the first time I've ever said it. You got me. We got our stand mixer bowl. Into that, we're gonna add all of our wet ingredients. Let's get our paddle attachment on. We're gonna start out in low because it'll shoot up everywhere. I'm gonna make sure those eggs are nice and mixed. You don't have to cream any butter. You don't have to make sure that everything's so perfect. This recipe is almost foolproof. We just incorporated all that wet ingredients. Now, let's take our dry ingredients. And I like to use a spoon so it doesn't shoot everywhere. I'm gonna add like, I don't know, 1/3 of that, low. Incorporate it. I'm gonna add a third more. I'm just gonna go with the rest of it. Why the heck not? Okay, again, we're gonna start on low. Okay, now up it a little bit, go to medium. And now we're gonna let it go for 2 minutes. We want it to be fully incorporated. We'll stop it, we'll take a spatula, and we're gonna scrape down the sides. Okay, get all that dry ingredient goodness in there. And the coffee is gonna add to the chocolatiness, the richness. And the vanilla, it'll add another layer of flavor. Okay, let's get back. We're gonna go 1 more minute. This is very exciting television, right? Maybe taste some of it on the spatula. Tastes amazing. Go up a little bit. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes total. So now let's take this out. Okay, we got our mix, we got our pans. We're gonna fill them up. So this is a 3 tablespoon scoop. You wanna put that right over the top. These will rise quite a bit, so you don't wanna overfill more than this 3 tablespoons. Ta-da! Now, we're gonna put these in the oven at 350 for 18 minutes. 18 minutes, or till a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. You don't want to overbake it. So it's been about 18 minutes. Okay, let's see. Comes out clean. Okay, while those are cooling off, we're gonna make our cream cheese frosting. 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened to room temperature. We're gonna blend this up a little bit. Okay, we got that kind of whipped. I'll show you. 1/2 cup salted butter, also softened to room temperature. Baking hot tip number 2. You forgot to bring your butter out. Take your butter and put it on a microwave-safe plate. Stick it in the microwave for 5 seconds. Open the door up, rotate it 180 degrees. 5 more seconds. Open it up, put your fingers in it. Is it room temperature yet? Now, if it's not, rotate it another 180 degrees and do it another 5 seconds. At that point, it should be room temperature. Now we're gonna whip that. We're gonna scrape down the sides. So we want it all fully incorporated before we add the powdered sugar. See that whippedness? Here, I'll show you this. Look at that. That looks good, right? Nice and whipped. 3 cups powdered sugar, softened to room temperature. Just kidding, it's already a room temperature. Plus, more if needed. And 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Okay, lock it in, going on low. Otherwise it'll shoot powdered sugar everywhere, which it did anyway. So now we're gonna go medium. We're gonna whip it together. This table is very bouncy. Now we're gonna look at the consistency. Is that too soft? Okay, now this looks a little runny to me. So I'm just gonna add like let's say a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup more. Make it a little thicker. Okay, let me show you this. Look at this. Looks pretty good, right? We're gonna fill up our piping bag for a little decorating. I always want to fill it more than what it says. I'm gonna force all the air down. I don't do this a lot. I usually ask my wife to do all the decorating. So this is ready to go. Okay, here we go. Doesn't that look good? Look at how moist that looks. Look at how moist that is. All right, let's taste. It's so moist, chocolatey, great chew, good crumb. Look at this. Can you see that? It's lovely. I'm gonna have the second bite. Cream cheese frosting. Has a little tartness, sweetness, perfectly complements the chocolate cake. This will stay moist for 4 or 5 days. So it's almost better the second day because right now it's very moist. But tomorrow it'll be just the right moistness. I don't have the patience to wait. I want to eat it right after I'm done making it. But if you can wait, you make it a day before, put it in the fridge to firm up the frosting if you need to transport it somewhere. That's it for this video. I hope you liked what you saw. Try out the recipe. Let me know what you think. I know you're gonna love it. But try it out. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. You gotta try this. I'm serious. It's delicious.